in which he was acquitted on a hung jury. According to the prosecutors, this corrupt and illegal scheme started just a few months after that.
This is breaking news. Senator Menendez from New Jersey has been found guilty on all counts, including obstruction. Will he be expelled from the Senate? He obviously filed as an independent run, but if he's found guilty, maybe he can't run. But President Trump was found guilty. There hasn't been a sentencing, but Menendez is not the president, which has immunity in certain cases. He doesn't.
That Robert Menendez did, said this jury, sell his office for cash and gold.
Sell his office for cash and gold.
As a moniker, that sticks.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Sanders with me. Yeah, I'm going to jump in here as well, Eric, and we're going to try to get Chad Pergam up as well. Kerry Kupak will give us the legal analysis.
I am tired of politicians going to Washington and becoming rich.
Waiting for the updates from
Republicans and Democrats. This is a Democrat. He's been there a long time on a very powerful committee. The gold right there, the cash you've seen. Look at that. Another gold bar, a massive gold bar.
Expecting potentially to come down here and talk, and his lawyers at least to talk at a press conference.
Well, he'll probably appeal.
The clerk right now is reading back the verdict. This really was a very involved trial and very involved verdict sheet. Here is the verdict sheet in which the jurors have to sort through not just various charges relating to Menendez, but also the alleged involvement, now convicted, of those two businessmen and their involvement in this scheme. The FBI doing an amazing job. They even surveyed.
Wow, the FBI doing an amazing job.
At a restaurant, overhearing what they were talking about when they were meeting with some of the co-conspirators in dealing with this. And of course, when they executed that search warrant in his home, found $480,000 in cash. They said even stuffed in his official jacket. As far as those gold bars are concerned, the defense tried to say, well, they were actually his family's gold bars, Mrs. Menendez's gold bars. But the problem with that is the serial numbers on some of those gold bars trace back to one of the businessmen.
Oh, see?
Who was also convicted with him, who bought those gold bars that were stashed in a safe, locked in Mrs. Menendez's closet. So Bob Menendez will go down in history as yet another corrupt New Jersey politician, likely potentially could be expelled from the U.S. Senate, forfeit his office.
He should be. If this is true, which he just found guilty.
Not only a conspiracy.
You know, again, I don't trust Manhattan Federal Court, New York City. I just don't trust deep liberal cities or any city that is biased one way or the other.
Over his future, Menendez convicted on all 16 counts he faced in his corruption trial. Eric is outside the courthouse there where this all just went down. Eric, thank you. We'll check back in soon. John?
Thanks, Eric. Let's go to senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergam.
This one's important too. Listen to this.
This is a very powerful senator who sat on some very powerful committees, who also filed for an independent run in June, saying,
there you go.
I'm hopeful that my exoneration will take place this summer and allow me to pursue
that
my
didn't
candidacy
happen.
as an independent Democrat in the general election. Democrats were concerned he'd be a spoiler in a race that would automatically go to a Democrat. But if he's not exonerated, if he's charged, if he's thrown in jail, I assume he won't be running.
Well, first of all, we have to see what they decide to do. Will they appeal this?
Of course, they probably will.
Here. And keep in mind that Chuck Schumer, the Democratic leader in the Senate, I asked him on multiple occasions, 4 or 5 occasions, if he should push
in his shoes,
after they expelled
cash in his shoes
in the House of Representatives. And each time Chuck Schumer, he ducked the question. He said there are standards of conduct in the United States Senate, and Senator Menendez has fallen below that. Now, what would it take to expel a senator? Well, they've not done that in the United States Senate since the 19th century. There have only been 15 senators ever expelled. They came close to expelling Bob Packwood, the Republican senator from Oregon, back in the mid-1990s, but he stepped aside after there were sexual harassment allegations. You had Harrison Williams, who was a Democratic senator from New Jersey, who was going to be expelled. He was convicted as part of the ab scam scandal in the 1980s, and he resigned, spent 2 years in jail. And so the most recent senator to have been convicted, that was the late Ted Stevens. That was in 2008, 2009, and his conviction was thrown out. So there is not a lot love for Bob Menendez in the United States Senate right now. And when the Senate comes back next week, there's probably going to be a push, if it's not obvious that he's going to resign, possibly to expel him. Under the Constitution, it takes a 2/3 vote to expel him.
66, 67 senators.
Chad Program, thank you for jumping on with us.
Since October 29th, just before November.
Stay close. Jonathan Turley is joining us now by phone. Jonathan, your reaction?
Biden's animal plug. Breaking news, Senator from New Jersey, Mr. Menendez has been found guilty, even selling his office for favors and things like that. This is just coming out. I wanted to put this out as very quick as possible. You're innocent until proven guilty. He's been found guilty, but I have to say this is in a New York City court, and I don't trust too many courts in it, especially in New York City. But they did a very thorough case. He will probably appeal, even though he's now a convicted felon. But he did something, and in the video that I'm going to show you later will tell you, he was selling his office for favors and money. That is a violation of the public trust, which is a very different statement. They're commentating as I speak to you on this video. There'll be more things coming out, but you are innocent to proven guilty. He is in his 70s. He's an older guy. This is a death sentence. I have problems with people going to Washington and being rich off it. Here's the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you vote. Make sure you save this country. But here's the video. I'll have a couple other ones when it comes to this as well.